I tried to make this video about 4 times today, and this is like a touchy subject because I've watched other people's videos and like a lot of people are getting a lot of dislikes because they're saying like the wrong thing or they're trying to say the right thing but it comes out the wrong way. So I don't think I've ever prepared a video like this before. First off, I want to start by saying that I love CM Punk. CM Punk is probably one of my top favorite wrestlers. When I was 12 years old and the video was somewhere up on YouTube, I went all the way to New York, living in Virginia Beach, to go to Ringside Fest in some type of comedy club. They'd go there all the time, Sam Roberts show and a bunch of other stuff, so I could go meet CM Punk, AJ Lee, and Sin Cara. That's beside the point. I just want you guys to know I'm Team Punk. And along with that, I have to say one thing. There was 2 guys in that fight. Why is CM Punk still being talked about more than a guy that actually made him tap? I don't think I've seen one wrestling fan or person in general give any type of credit to Mickey Gall for actually winning, you know, because he did only make him tap in 2 minutes. I'm just saying, the dude's only 24 years old. He's only had 3 pro fights. He said, I'm going to be a superstar. September 10th, 2016, he made that superstar tap in 2 minutes. The dude's been humble about it the entire time because he knows the minute he says something messed up about CM Punk, or he might just be a nice person. Oh wait, no, it's UFC, they can't be nice. And he would get more hate than he would ever anticipate. To Mickey Gall, the guy that had the hand raised, congratulations! You did good. Even though no one's really giving Mickey Gall any credit, there's still a lot of negativity going to CM Punk's way. And it's not coming from just like the casual MMA fans. They're like, haha, I told you he would get beat. Go back to watching your fake sport. A lot of negativity going to CM Punk's way is from wrestling fans. I honestly hate wrestling fans. Some of us are some of like the most spoiled brats in the world. It's like if you don't get your way, you just like lay there on the ground and start a temper tantrum. You want to CM Punk, you got CM Punk. It wasn't the WWE, but you got CM Punk. He's fighting UFC. He's kind of representing every wrestling fan and wrestler, and you're still hating on him. How does that make sense? He's 37, has wrestled for the WWE, and has fought in the UFC, and there's like 30-year-old guys that are spewing this hate on the internet, Twitter, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all of them combined. They're a plumber that lives at their mom's house. Yeah, I checked. Trust me, I do my research before I talk. Single, crappy car. Alright, chill out, we on Facebook. So, who's really the loser? Another thing a lot of wrestling fans are saying, he lost! Yay! Come back to WWE! You lost! You need us! The man's not coming back to WWE, and I honestly just don't want to see him in WWE. I want to see wrestlers that want to wrestle for the WWE. I don't want to see CM Punk there. I like CM Punk. I love CM Punk. If he doesn't want to be there, don't be there. Well, there's a lot of people that seem to be against CM Punk that are, you know, like wrestling, which you guys need to put your helmet back on and sit in the corner. A lot of actual wrestlers are congratulating CM Punk. Guys like Del Rio, Chavo Guerrero, the Iron Sheik. I didn't know Iron Sheik could be nice. He's usually just calling people jabronis, and the other words I can't say because kids watch this. Guys like Samoa Joe, Mick Foley, and a lot of good positivity going to CM Punk's way. Fans, you need to check yourself or into a medical hospital, something wrong. The biggest surprise, Conor McGregor. He doesn't owe anyone literally anything. He can talk all the crap he wants, and he has backed it up every single time. And he gave respect to CM Punk for even stepping into the octagon. The guy who is called WWE stars dweebs and female genitalia that starts with the letter P. I'm pretty sure that WWE fans can find it somewhere within their hearts to show a little bit, just a little bit of respect to CM Punk. Then again, that's not everyone, that's just some people. Dana White did a backstage interview after UFC 203 when he talked to Fight Network, and basically what he said is CM Punk's next fight should probably not be in the UFC. A pretty harsh statement, but he's right. UFC literally had to go out of their way, find someone for CM Punk to face. Then the guys that they have in UFC, because they have more pro fights than CM Punk has tattoos. Based off what's been said online, CM Punk is signed for a 3-fight contract. That all of his 3 fights are gonna be next year. They could be in July, they could be next year in September, they could be next year in October. We don't know. But if he was honestly able to get out of UFC contract and so he could still do MMA, just not into the UFC because those guys are just really, really experienced. Companies like Bellator or other MMA companies that are on television, so he still gets that on-screen exposure. And so they also get exposure and get money. See, it's a little business deal. Their guys, unlike the UFC fighters, aren't as experienced, so it was a better shot at CM Punk winning. Because how embarrassing would it be if he came back for his second fight now and lost again? And let's say he got knocked out next time, or he taps out again. That would suck. And trust me, Bellator would get a lot of ratings if CM Punk went over to their show on Spike TV, or if any other MMA company out there is on television. I don't know MMA. There's been other guys in WWE that have done MMA fights. We all know Brock Lesnar. Batista had his first fight in Strikeforce Los Angeles. And Bobby Lashley had his first fight in MFA, working his way up to Bellator. But that's the most MMA talk I'm probably gonna be able to give you because I just don't know a lot about the sport. CM Punk came out there, he worked hard, clearly. If you guys watch Evolution of Punk, it looked like he worked pretty hard. I looked like he put 100% in there to me. Came out there to cult of personality. I just want to throw that in there just because I love that. I thought that was just amazing. But the blunt truth of everything is that he went out there, it just didn't go his way. As soon as the bell went off, CM Punk kind of just threw up his hands and kind of just went at Mickey Gall. At that point, common sense would just tell you that if you go at him, either he's just gonna swing really hard, all it takes for Mickey Gall is just to lower his level, double leg, and you're on the ground. He just started beating his ear in. His ear, get an ice cold steak, whole packs of peas, and just ice that thing down because that looks rough. His post-fight interview was just amazing. For someone that just got beat up and tapped out in his first MMA fight, he seemed pretty positive about it. At the end of the day, CM Punk worked his butt off. He got in that octagon. That's a win right there to me. That's about it. Thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to like it, and we outie.